Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on? Hold on, we're trying to get this TikTok up. Here we go. We're here. TikTok, we tripping sometime. What's good? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Family, happy Fortune and Freedom Friday. Welcome back to another episode of SRDaily. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You were tuned into episode 568. 568 episodes in, closing out week 100, I think 14, 115. I can't even remember. A lot of weeks, a lot of weeks doing the show. I'm completing a 3-day fast right now, man. I feel great. I feel amazing. Nothing since Monday. No food, no water, nothing. Not even licking my fingers. I almost licked my finger. They had a banana yesterday. She gave me the pill. I put it in the bag because we was out. And there was some on my finger, and I was like, "Oh, I can't." Well, I didn't almost lick it. I just like I can't lick my finger, right? So she gave me a napkin. But I love this shit, man. I love fasting, right? As I mentioned, I had a difficult time these last few months getting into a fast, even my 1-day fast, right? Normally, for the last year or so, I use Mondays mostly to fast, right? From Sunday night to Tuesday afternoon, I wouldn't have anything. But for the last bunch of Mondays, last few months, I've been eating on a Monday. Mostly, some Mondays I did it, but not consistently. It was tough, man. Just emotional shit, dealing with emotional shit, my shit, other people's shit. Right? If you know me, Pisces, fucking empathetic like a motherfucker. I can feel other people's energy, which is how I help heal other people, right? By feeling their energy, absorbing what they're experiencing, and transmuting it back, giving them love and peace and harmony and all of that good shit. I am a healer. Like I know exactly who I am. All right. And life fortified me. All right. Life refined me. Um, but I knew who I was as a kid, right? As a youth, I knew what I wanted to be. I knew what I wanted to do. As life happened, I was able to find out who I am, right? As world healer, as Baba Blue Sage Ali, and all the other monikers and aliases and names I go by. Essentially, is world healer, man. Is a person of love, of peace, of truth, of freedom, of justice, of empathy, of compassion, of grace, of understanding, of forgiveness, of passion, right, of righteousness, and of community, right, and all the things that come with all of that. But yeah, I'm feeling great. My skin is fucking clear, right. I'm feeling good about my skin. My fucking weight is a bit down, man. My stomach was getting a little too big, as they say, for my britches. Literally, fucking popped a button in my pants. Couple of months back, man, about 2 months back, popped the fucking button on a pair of my nice pants. But here we are. All right, the journey is full of ups and downs, man. It's full of fucking waves, and the key is to ride that shit, right? To ride that shit, not let any moment, any time, any experience get you too down, where you forget that you can get back up, when you forget that light is still shining, when you forget that beauty is still happening. So even though I haven't been able to get into a fast, and even though I've been dealing with a lot of shit, I always recognize the beauty in the day. Whether a phone call with a friend, whether seeing something out in the street, in nature, with people that make me feel good, a friend's success, right? Just the beauty in being who I am, the beauty in my relationship, the beauty in my relationships with my friends, right? Able to see all of that, able to experience all of that, right? I've grown enough to a point where I don't say, yo, it was a bad day because I had some tough experience. I can say it was a tough day, but even that, I'm like, it was a beautiful day, even though it had some tough experiences, even though I experienced some loss, some failure, some heartache, some pain, some disappointment, some frustration, some anger, right? Some betrayal, so to speak, in some regards. Even though I've experienced that in the day was still beautiful because that wasn't the whole day. It was a moment, an experience, right, that happened. Now it's up to me what I do with that. Do I let that carry into every other interaction? Sometimes it happens. We human. But once we become aware, become conscious, and it's funny because the book that I'm reading right now, they're talking specifically about what consciousness is and how is consciousness a scientific truth or is it just philosophical babble? Right, so many different perspectives, so many different thoughts, bringing up old philosophers and old scientists from the 1800s and early 1900s. It's fucking beautiful, man. I love shit like that. But yeah, once you become conscious, it's like, okay, now let me like All right, that happened. What do I want to do with that? What do I want the rest of my day, my week, my month to be like? Right? What do I want the rest of this hour to be like? This happened right now. Let's say some shit happens, you get into a altercation or a confrontation, or you have an unpleasant exchange with someone, right? Whether in person, through email, on phone, through text, whatever the case may be. You get some information or some communication that frustrates you a little bit. Cool, you frustrated. That happened at 8:42 in the morning. Are you still gonna be fucking stressed and worried about that shit at 5 p.m. in the afternoon? If it is, that's your fault. That's your responsibility. It's not, oh, no, it happened. Process it, deal with it. If it's something that you need to deal with immediately, deal with this shit. If it's something you can't deal with immediately and you just got to process and deal with later, then that's something that you got to do. You got to process that shit, deal with that shit later if you can't handle it now. But it's something at 8:42 should not still affect us at fucking 5 p.m. Yo, these fucking TikTok people, spammers just be sending requests to be in a video. Like, these motherfuckers is crazy on TikTok. But yo, listen, man, we're going to get to the show. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. You are tuned into episode 568 of SRDaily. I went out this morning to get some stuff, some fruits, breaking fast today, man. Babe made some juice yesterday, made some more juice this morning. So grateful for her and her love and her care. She's also on her fast. She's doing just fruits this week, and next week is just liquid, just juice. Right, so super inspired by her, super proud of her for pushing the envelope, for pushing her body, pushing her mind. Right, she is a mom of 4. Right, she has a lot to deal with. Just being a mom, just being a woman, being a human. Right, and all of the roles that she plays, and I'm just proud of who she is and how she shows up every day. Because she set an example for me. It's like, all right, some shit happened, and like, okay, I processed it, move on. I don't got to bring up on Thursday some shit that happened on Monday when I done had so many more experiences since then. Why do we hold on to the pain? Why do we hold on to the frustration, to the low moments, to then share again? Why do we do that shit to ourselves? It keeps us, it's fucking rumination. It keeps us in a fucking perpetual state of sadness, of anger, of grief, right? And like, our body, our mind is naturally meant to progress, naturally meant to move on. The brain literally is designed to survive. It does not want to keep processing that shit. It experiences it. Now the brain, listen, it's another conversation. We can go deep. We got some shit to talk about in the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Mona Love on the check-in. Happy Fortune and Freedom Friday. Once again, episode 568 of SR Daily. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start with our first segment of the day on this Friday, February 20th, 2026, second day of Pisces season. It's rainy and gloomy here in New York City, but it's still a beautiful fucking day. We're going to go to our word of the day. Today's word of the day is mellow. And mellow, this word of the day is inspired by conversation just now. I still got my jacket on, so I came in and I'm sitting on I'm sitting in the chair in the living room, and I'm just like a little bit out of it, right? Still did all my workouts the last 3 days. Still handle other shit I had to handle the last 3 days while on this fast. And no water, right? Like no food with water is that's easy for me. It's easy for me also to do no food and no water. But it's fucking brutal, no food and no water. And it's always the first 3 days are the toughest, right? So out of it a little bit, right? And Bay's like, yo, you look great. Like you sound like your voice. I'm like, yeah, I'm just calm and relaxed. And I'm mellow. I'm not yellow though, right? Mellow brown. Call me MB. All right. But yeah, so that inspired this word of the day. Mellow is defined as to become softer and more developed in a pleasing way. Mellow describes something soft, rich, and full flavored like fruit or wine, or a person who is relaxed, gentle, and tempered by experience. It commonly refers to soothing sounds, warm colors, or a calm, easygoing demeanor. As a verb, it means to become or make more relaxed, mature, or smooth. A mellow person is someone who is calm, relaxed, easygoing, and not easily stressed or angered, often possessing a gentle, mature, and amiable demeanor, described as laid back and pleasant to be around, who can go with the flow rather than getting worked up. They are typically unperturbed, unconcerned, and approachable, suggesting a softened character developed through experience. This is according to dictionary.com and the Collins Dictionary. Listen, that's me all the way. I was not always like this. Some shit that I experienced just in the last 2 weeks, in the last week, in the last day would have frustrated me, would have had me. But now I'm like, yo, listen, You learn through experience, right? Key characteristics of a mellow person: calm and relaxed. They maintain a steady temperament even in stressful situations. Goes back to the mantra I created a couple of years ago when someone called me on the phone talking spicy and I had to hang up. It's like maintain your composure, right? Maintain your composure. That's calm and relaxed, right? Steady temperament even in stressful situations. Easygoing. They're flexible, adaptable, and not prone to strong reactions. I no longer react to emotional triggers. I no longer react to people trying to get a rise out of me. I know exactly what it is now, right? Gentle and mature, often softened by age or experience. I'm 41 years old, so I'm not old, but I definitely lived the life of people 80, 90, and 100, right? Like all the experiences combined, street experiences, parental experiences, my experiences with my parents, and so on and so forth. They are more understanding and less extreme. Definitely more understanding. Good humored. They tend to be genial, warm, and affable, making others feel comfortable. Low key. Their demeanor is not intense or high strung. They are low pressure. In essence, a mellow person embodies a peaceful, non-reactive, and pleasant presence, finding comfort and ease in their own being, like a well-ripened fruit. That's from dictionary.com. All right, let's move right along though to our second segment of the day. Second segment of the day, as always, is our need to know news of the day. Today's need to know news. Listen, I did not talk about it yesterday, but we're talking about it today in detail. It is motherfucking Pisces season. It is Pisces season. It is Pisces season. It is Pisces season. The season, the last sign of the zodiac. The season of truth, the season of revelation, the season of becoming, the season of transformation, right? The season of flow, right? It's a beautiful fucking time to be alive, man. I fucking love Pisces season. I'm a Pisces. I'm born 3.14, the middle, right? Pi day, infinite, eternal, never ending, right? Like, I know exactly who I am and what I'm here for, right? Well, this Pisces season came in with a bang. Yesterday, I was dealing with some shit. I had a court case, unfortunate court case, but got adjourned. I wasn't served properly, right? Which just gives more time to build my defenses. And it's not a criminal thing, but it could be some consequences. But we're gonna win. We're gonna rise because goodness always prevails, right? So that happened yesterday. My brother, a dear brother of mine, all right, brother Sefusi and Kofa, chaired Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition, and his beautiful now wife, Maylin now Brown, got married in Cuba yesterday. So shout out to them. Shout out to that shit. Shout out to Black love, Black brown love. All right, it's a beautiful fucking thing. Yesterday, also a dear sister of mine was notified that she'll be honored by our local assembly member, not here in Astoria, where our office is at Woodside, right? So Stephen Raga, right, brother I met when he was campaigning, pretty cool, seems pretty solid, seems to do pretty good work. But that's how it came in yesterday, man. And then the fatherhood event, and then just a bunch of other beautiful, brilliant, great things happen. But Pisces season, let's talk a little bit more. So Pisces is the final chapter of the zodiac, right? It is the ocean before the fire of Aries. I'm Pisces sun, I'm Aries rising, right? Like, again, I know exactly who the fuck I am, right? And it's no coincidences. The ocean before the fire of Aries it is a time of reflection, intuition, creativity, and spiritual integration. This energy dissolves boundaries, heightens emotion, and invites deep compassion, which is what I need more in my life. And I have a lot of compassion, and I'm really grateful for the compassion that I have in my life for others and even for myself, right? But I can always be a little more compassionate. But it also tests us with escapism. I used to escape, right? Avoidance, I used to avoid, and I still kind of avoid certain things, certain conversations, but I'm getting better at facing them head on. I'm getting better at addressing them shits, right? In blurred lines, if we are not grounded, that's why grounding is key. The question this season asks is simple: are you transcending or avoiding? Are you transcending or are you avoiding? This is a moment for closure, forgiveness, vision casting, and releasing what cannot come into your next chapter. Let that shit go. Yeah, the snake, let that shit go. Shed that shit. Don't rush. Listen. The ocean, the water flows and it moves quietly, but it reshapes everything. Water, the oceans literally reshaped our landmass. It reshaped our planet and how we describe nations and how we describe each other, because as It's common knowledge. All the landmass was once connected, right? You could literally walk from one part of the world to the other part of the world. But now, because of the ocean and its steady, quiet, consistent rise, it reshaped every fucking thing. Let's read a little bit more about Pisces, though. Let's go over here. So let's talk about Pisces is ruled by Neptune, all right? And Pisces energy is all about spiritual depth, emotional intelligence, creativity, compassion, psychic level intuition, and dissolving boundaries, as I mentioned. I'm I'm fucking psychic, right? I am. It's been proven. I know exactly. I know, right? The high expression of Pisces, right? When we are aligned, the high expression is a low vibration to every sign, to everybody, right? But the high expression of us when we are aligned is deep empathy, artistic genius, spiritual leadership, healing presence, seeing beyond the surface, and visionary imagination. And my friends, my family, my fucking children to tell you that that is absolutely me. It's who I am. I am high expression Pisces, right? Again, I wasn't always, right? Now, this season, this Pisces season is powerful for meditation. Again, vision casting, forgiveness work. Work to forgive your spouse who hurt you. Work to forgive your parents who hurt you. Work to forgive your fucking ex-wife, ex-husband, your children, your siblings who betrayed you. Work to forgive them. Forgive them. Forgive them. This is the season for forgiveness work. Again, it's the season for creative launches. We're planning a launch right now. We're planning a launch for the new business Continuum, a platform for becoming. We are going to launch that shit on or around my birthday. Right? We are launching Continuum, a platform for becoming. My new company is blending everything I've done in personal development and human becoming with tech and VR, and I'm super fucking excited for that shit. It's also the season for emotional closure, also the season to dream bigger than logic allows. Dream beyond your circumstances, dream beyond your situation, dream beyond what you can see right in front of you, right? Dream beyond that shit. Dream, like allow your imagination to go further than you could see, because that is where you are. That is where in some quantum field you exist there. Anything that you can imagine is real. God would not give you something to imagine if it was not real already in some sense. Right now, it may be far away from where you are now. That's what you gotta do the fucking work. Forgive yourself, right? Like do the healing work, do all the shit you need to do to move forward. And so this season you ask, what wants to be born in me? What wants to be born through me? Right? And the shadow side is the complete opposite: escapism, avoidance, addictive tendencies, over idealizing people, blurred boundaries, and emotional overwhelm. You might feel more emotional, you might feel more nostalgic, you might feel more tired, you might feel more reflective, and you might feel more spiritually curious. So for the collective, it's endings, right? It's completion, it's closure, it's spiritual integration, and surrender, and it's letting go before the new year begins. The new year, as we know, is Aries season, right? When the cycle begins again, spring comes, right? And that's the real new year where new life abounds, right? Yeah, man, I'm fucking excited, man. Again, my birthday, 3.14, Pod Day, man. I'm excited for my birthday. I'm excited for my friends' birthdays. Today, I can't remember whose birthday is today, but I got somebody's birthday today that I know. I remember the 20th. Yesterday was a few friends' birthdays. Tomorrow is dear sister's birthday. We partying with her. We celebrating with her crew. Monday is my niece's birthday. She's in fucking St. Thomas living her best life. All right. It's also one of my boys' birthday Monday. And then next, actually, Sunday is one of my little cousin's birthdays. Tuesday is another cousin's birthday. All right. It's just Pisces through and through. The 27th is dear sister's birthday. Pisces through and through my life. March 4th, March 8th, March 9th is a few friends' birthdays. March 11th, March 10th. March is Pisces all throughout my life. All right. I got friends and family who are Pisces. So yeah, I'm excited to celebrate everybody. Right, and acknowledge everybody this season, man. Let's move right along, though, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment is a tip of the day. Today's tip: fasting is the answer. Fasting is always the answer, right? Like, fasting is nature's cure. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, and it doesn't matter what season it is. It doesn't matter what food you have access to or don't have access to. Fasting, abstaining from food and water is always accessible to you. You can always say, I'm not eating anything. I'm not drinking anything. Right now it's Ramadan, so our Muslim brothers and sisters are fasting through the day, right? From sun up to sundown. If you want to eat something, if you're Muslim, you got to get up before the sun gets up, eat a little something, drink some tea, right? Eat something light. You should not eat something heavy in the morning. Eat something light. Drink some tea. Go throughout your day. Sun goes down. You should still eat light. A lot of people feast during that time. That's not something I do, right? I mean, I've done it. I've feasted at night too much, but that's not good for the body. The body should have when you are eating, you should have whatever your biggest meal is when the sun is at its highest point, so you can have more time to break that shit down, so you're not sleeping while you're full. We don't want to do that, right? But fasting is the cure, man. You just got to have the desire, the will, and the discipline to do it. The results will always show, and you will feel them. Again, I feel stronger. I feel clearer, like mentally clearer, emotionally clearer. I feel physically strong. I haven't had anything since Monday, but I'm physically strong. I'm able to do pull-ups a lot easier. I'm able to do my push-ups a lot easier, right? Like I didn't do them today yet. We're gonna do them after the show. Before I even break fast, we're gonna do another workout. I thought about drinking some juice during the show, but I was like, no. I normally don't drink or eat this early. Special occasions, I might get up, eat some snacks or something like that early, but more often than not, I don't like to have anything at least before 11 a.m. All right, 11 a.m. normally 12 p.m. Sometimes 1 p.m. Sometimes later, depending on what's happening, what I need to do. But I feel stronger, clearer, lighter on my feet. Right, I'm down some pounds. I feel better about that. Right, my skin is clearer. Right, like my bald head is motherfucking shining. Right, yeah, man, I feel amazing. Right, fasting will always do it. A simple 3-day fast is all you really need to assist you in so many ways. Right, 3-day fast. All you need is 72 hours, and autophagy sets in, and your cells your body starts to feed off your fat cells that are just naturally in your body, right? And when you are breathing properly and meditating, right, you are able to take in the oxygen and break the oxygen particles apart and get your hydration, right? And you're able to feed yourself on a cellular level. The shit is so fucking deep. It's so profound, and it's so simple. You gotta learn. You gotta want to do it, and then you learn how to do it properly, right? It's really all about breathing. And again, I don't even do as much breathing and meditation during my fast as I should, because I like to push myself to the extreme. Again, like I said, still work out, still do all of the things. Need to make more time for meditation, more time for. But this is also in fasting, right? Start Pisces season, manifestation, right? So but again, I'm pretty confident, and I focus on manifesting all year round. All right. So yeah, man. But 3-day fast, man. More energy, clearer skin, better digestion after completion, more insight, more clarity, etc., etc., etc. Fasting is always the answer. Fasting is truly nature's cure. You don't need any herbs. You can use herbs, of course, but that's before fasting. But fasting is something you could do regardless of where you are, regardless of what you have access to. A lot of times we make excuses. Oh, I don't got these herbs. I don't got these fruits. I don't got this thing. I can't. No, you could just stop fucking eating altogether. Right? You can stop eating altogether. Another tip with fasting, one thing I did, I posted a video yesterday. When I get emotionally or energetically heavy and I'm tired, I go throw some cold water on my head. Throw some cold water in my head. They say a cold shower always wakes you up. But I'll throw some cold water on my head, man. Throw some cold water on my face a few times. And then I always feel better. I always got more energy after that, all right? But let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day, family, before we get out of here. Baby love, say you look amazing. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love, for the support. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for being an example, all right? We was at an event, I think it was last week. The sister said, why you ain't fasting with her? I was like, I got some shit. I'm dealing with, right? We got different needs. And yes, it's beautiful to fast with your partner, of course. And sometimes you and your partner have different needs. There were times I did a fast and she didn't. That's okay, right? You and your partner are still two separate individuals. Yes, together, whether you're living together, have children, whatever the case is, yes, together in any capacity, and still separate and individual, and you got to honor your individual needs, right? And my individual need at that time was I needed to eat. I needed to drink my beverages, I needed to do that shit so that I didn't freaking pick up some weed, right? I'm never picking up alcohol again, but weed, I ain't smoking 6 months. I said I'm gonna only do 6 months, right? I didn't say I was done with weed forever. I said alcohol 3 years ago, that's forever. Weed, we say we're gonna pick it back up, right? And we are in a few weeks, right? And then we're gonna put it back down, right? I have control, right? I had to show myself that I am in control. not the fucking substance, right? Even though I don't consider weed is really not classified as a drug, it's still a substance, it's still something outside of my body, regardless of how natural it is, because it is natural and it does have many healing properties. I know that smoking anything is not good. So I'm going to find ways as I age and move forward to use the cannabis in different forms, right? Making tinctures, using it as butters in my food, right? Things like that, as opposed to smoking it. Smoking anything is not good for your lungs. And my goal is always optimal health, right? And yes, you can, not you can, but there may be times when during ceremony I do smoke, right? I do smoke during ceremony. But we're gonna figure that shit out as we go, man. I ain't putting too much pressure on myself. Life is meant to be lived going forward, right? Not always necessarily planned out to the fucking T. But let's go to our fourth and final segment of the day. Fourth segment, build of the day. Today's build is on. Listen, you gotta know that the energy that you put out will always come back to you. Don't think that you can be mean to people. Don't think that you can be evil to people. Don't think that you can talk shit about people and it not come back to you. I often say, what you think about others will be thought of you, right? What you think others should experience because of whatever, others will think of you because of whatever. And who's right or wrong? Oh, this person did this, so they should get this. Well, you did that, you should get that. Well, it ain't that bad. And who's ours? And who's ours? Who's to judge? The other day, and I'm gonna do it next week. Phrase of the day is gonna be from a Tupac song. Only God can judge me. Because who the fuck are you to judge? To say what I should get because of an action? Like, you're not my most high. Right. And clearly, like we do in this structure, we do have judges who judge us and sentence us to fucking many years in prison and many years and many fines and much money and all of that shit. Right. But ultimately, the ultimate judge is divine source energy, is God, is the universe will judge you. But it doesn't judge you. It just gives you what you give it. Right. It gives you what you give it. So the energy you put out will come back to you. Part of integrity is doing what you said you would do. Absolutely. You said you were going to do something, do that shit. It's part of integrity. The other part, though, is treating people based on who you said you are, not based on how they treat you. So, again, golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. Simple as that. People being mean to you, don't be mean back because you said you were a loving person. You said you wanted world peace. How do you want world peace when someone said fuck you and you fuck you too, their mother? You don't want world peace, right? You fronting. Right, and it's okay. We all be fronting at times, all right. But know that like how people treat you is their karma. How you respond is yours, right? How people treat you is their karma. How you respond is yours. The results will always show. If not immediately, definitely eventually. Understand, overstand, understand. Goodness always prevails. Goodness always prevails. Be good, be kind, be loving, and even when people are rude and mean towards you, respond in the most loving manner possible. Your rewards will be worth it for sure. Because again, we know that everything evolves, right? And so somebody says something fucked up to you, you say something fucked up back, that could pick up and turn into an action, right? That then either them or someone else in some other capacity then gives towards you or gives to one of your children or a sibling or a parent. And you can't control how energy comes back. Right, it's fucking boomerang. You send something out, it always comes back, and sometimes it comes back harder and sharper than the way you sent it out. Right, it hurts a little more when it comes back than when you sent it. So like, be mindful of that shit. Be mindful of that shit, man. And so like, trust your process. Be who you said you are. You said you're kind. You said you're loving. You said you're peaceful. You said you love black people, all black people. Then when a black person does something that you don't like, you can't go say F them and want to do harm to them and wishing harm on them. Because like, what are you doing? You say you love all people, when someone who is not of your ethnic race, your ethnicity, of your culture, of your religion, of your gender, of your same sexual preference, and they do something that you don't agree with, you still gotta love them because you said you were a loving person. It doesn't mean you have to accept everything, but it kind of means you have to accept them for who they are and not try to change them based on your perception of who you think they should be. That shit goes deep. This shit is motherfucking deep. It really is. And yeah, man, like it's Pisces season, yo. It's Friday, all right. It's rainy today. It's a nice day tomorrow. But then it's snowing again on Sunday. I think Sunday to Monday is snowing. We don't know how. I don't know how. I don't think I saw how bad it was gonna be. It was gonna be real bad or not. But it's definitely snowing. I'm excited for life right now. I'm always excited for life, actually. One of my young adopted nephews, right? Not officially adopted, but from my hood, his mother I met on the block outside one day. She's like, yo, she needs some support for her son. I was like, I'm here. And so he's been my nephew for the last few years. We've done different things together. I've done different things for him. He got a school project. He hit me up, said he want to interview me for a school project. I don't know what the project is. I don't know what the interview is for. Didn't exactly ask, but I know him. I trust him. Brilliant, bright young man. He is a business owner. I'm going to actually get some stuff from him. Tell him to bring a hoodie or a hat today. Purchase some stuff from him and support him and his endeavors. But yeah, he's coming to interview me today. And I'm breaking fast soon. Right, we party tomorrow, celebrating my Piscean sister, and yeah, man, it's a beautiful time, man. But listen, guys, that's our show for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. You're tuned into episode 568 of SR Daily, closing out week 100, and I want to say 14. A lot of weeks is I'm losing track. All right, but listen, man, be sure to join us next week, same time, same place. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and now TikTok Live. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful weekend. Remember, it's Pisces season. Remember what I said. Like, take this shit for what it's for, man. Like, heal yourself, heal others, forgive, right? Do the deep spiritual introspection and reflection, and focus on what you want to put out into the world. What do you want to create? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be remembered for? If you pass tomorrow, what are you going to be remembered for? It's a question to ask yourself. And also ask, are you avoiding or escaping? Or are you avoiding and escaping, or are you transmuting, transmogrifying, and transforming? Be real with yourself. You can't be real with nobody else, man. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, I didn't get knocked down. That's the problem. Staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace.